Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Last time, these things are adorable. Oh my god, they are so adorable. Anyway, these are the Loporitts. I think that's the best pronunciation. They are the pilots of the moon. That's right, the moon is a ship. It's an ark to be specific. And most likely, these are the little rascals that are the reason why the Charlians are so keen on Labyrinthos. Oh, I cannot believe it. Rabbits on the moon, who would have called it? And funny enough, I actually had a wee bit of a hint about these guys existing. Oh, two hints. One was the naming way minion. The other was a cute little piece of art that got posted onto a friend's Discord. It's adorable. It's like, it's this little 4-panel comic. I'll post it up here, but it's like the Warrior of Light's like, your names. And Livingway goes, you noticed. We selected our names based on our skills and job efficiency. There's Livingway, that's me. Then there's Cookingway, and Sleepingway, and Threeway, and Growingway. And you stop and you're like, Threeway? And the little bugger's just got the knowing look on his face. It's like, I never got the context for that joke because I never knew you little rascals existed in the game. But it's much better now. Anyway, Livingway, please tell us of a taste of the moon. What is this? Purple carrot juice. Oh, of course it is.
Right then, now that you're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people and quickly.
That's right, you three are working off some seriously outdated information.
It won't be long before the final days are upon us in all the terrible grandeur, so it is imperative that we be prepared to receive our passengers to be. If there is anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. And address it we shall. Here, Best Ways Bros, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We've produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with foodstuffs? Meet me at the Caratorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies.
The Caratorium? Oh god. We are literally going to be eating nothing but carrots, aren't we? Oh dear.
She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of Aetherius rotting to its core being a matter of course is rather concerning, though. Nevertheless, let us take this opportunity to learn more of the Loporitts and this vessel.
Loporitts. That is the correct pronunciation. Well, before we go wandering off to this Caratorium, I have an ether current to pick up, and yeah, I saw it earlier. It's literally right here on the other side of this damn panel. I was locked onto this thing last episode, but I was down below and couldn't reach it. You rascals. And I still have to find 8 more of these things. Not to mention side quests. Side quests, there are no side quests on this map. Whoa. The Caratorium. Oh. Place is humongous. Yawning way. Like I said, they're adorable. Now that's some cool looking aetherites, and oh fudge me, I was right. Carrots. Carrots as far as the eye can see, and those are enemies, aren't they? Is this a battle zone? Oh my god, it is. Oh dear. Livingway, your local machinery seems to have a bit of an attitude problem, it seems. And there are ether currents in here, of course there are.
Welcome to the Caratorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production. Cookingway, pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many, many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learned all about the essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference materials we received. Why, I've practically worn the words from those invaluable pages.
Oh god. Oh god, we're all gonna be eating Archon loaf. Oh, ew.
Naturally, we've also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up, and we were all quite famished. Up along the platforms here, and you'll find a storage unit full to bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like.
Okay. It's literally all carrots. Oh my goodness. I can guarantee this is gonna be all carrots. And I need to get to the top of this little bugger because the ether current's on top of it. There you are. I saw this thing when I was coming up, but couldn't quite reach it till I finished the main story quest point. And 281 to the northwest. There is another one in here. Oh my goodness. I was not wrong. Everything is carrots. You open the storage unit and find a rainbow-colored assortment of carrots. Which will you choose? The unassuming orange, the peculiar-looking blue, the vibrant yellow, the ominous crimson. Take him over to... No, we're going straight for death. The soft texture and redolent aroma of this crimson creation belie its staggering weight. The excessive length and girth only compound the mystery, leaving you perplexed as to the nature of this quote-unquote carrot. Are you certain you wish to eat this carrot? Yes. And then we died. On second thought, you elect to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its bizarre qualities, it'd be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it is safe to eat first. Aww. You're only gonna let me just take a regular carrot? Come on. I wanted to chomp into this thing and find out it was pepper flavored or something. Bertie Bott's every flavor carrots. Ew. Cooking Way, what the heck are these things?
So, did any of our selections set your mouth to watering?
They're all carrots. Seriously? I was joking originally.
Ah, yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Oh, please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think.
Oh dear. I'm gonna die. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. The carrot is oddly tender, but as you begin to chew, a rich aroma fills your nostrils. A newfound vigor begins welling within you. The rumbling of your stomach, however, suggests it may simply be indigestion. Iron carrot? I got a buff for this? You suddenly find yourself full of vim and vigor, and it does nothing. Not even regenerating health.
Oh, what did you think? Unlike anything you've ever tasted, yes? The iron carrot can be a bit difficult to digest, but the boost to endurance it promises makes it the perfect meal before a day of heavy lifting. We have plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion.
These carrots are extraordinary, but what if I don't like carrots? I can certainly see demand for this in Charlotte. I want to see their reaction to this. But what if I don't like carrots? Actually, I love carrots in real life.
You don't like carrots? Oh, you must mean you don't like them served in this fashion. Oh, worry not. We have pureed versions on hand if you haven't the time to chew. I take it you two had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from, and naught else.
Yeah, we're gonna have to teach these rabbits variety here.
If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on Aetherius? Surely you are aware we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate. Of course we are, but, well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming.
Yep, that is definitely the Charlians for you. All books, no instructions.
If it wasn't for that encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss where to begin. And so we decided, rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling and potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single, perfect food. And there is no better food than carrots.
Oh, that's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them?
You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? Oh, I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways. But our primary concern was efficiency, and what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production?
A rather strange approach to take for one named Cooking Way, isn't it?
Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the Old Tongue. You know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language. Adverbs, gerunds, present continuous verb conjugations, just the basics. Then we found the terms related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful?
Sort of. Well, no, not really. But it does explain a great deal. Wherefore didst thy kind deem such a change necessary?
When the rest of your people arrive, we want them to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway.
Fair enough. I see.
I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from Eorzea as well, you would be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, when I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the menu.
Yeah, well. If you're a carnivore, you're screwed. There, I see the network is as sterling as ever, right, Livingway? What's next? Styled a hero.
I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way.
Which way? South? Let me see if I can't find that ether current first. There we are. Another one on top of one of these giant old whatever they are. Oh dear. That leaves me what, 6 I still have to find? And what are we making up here?
Here we are, the apparel production station. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task, creation magics. Heidelin, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with the selfsame affinity for magic her people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with the details another time.
Really? You guys can wield creation magics?
That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra feast we needed. My, how resourceful. Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has also been taken into account with our designs. But why take my word for it when you could simply try on our clothes? Make yourselves known to the workers and they will see to the rest.
This is going to be very hilarious. I'm also half expecting all of us to come back in Charlene robes. What the heck? Hey, the fight music in here is different. I like this. Kind of a cool little old school tune. I wonder if this... I know this is an older Final Fantasy tune. I just can't place it off the top of my head right now. Why are you restless?
Ah, it's you, one of the visitors from Eorzea. Oh goodness me, maybe I wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Oh, right, you're here to try to set up clothes, yes? What would you have me fashion for you today?
An outfit that embodies my bloodlust. Something simple, yet functional. A fashionable and refined ensemble, if you please, my good sir.
Fashionable. Right. This will only take a moment. Would you stop your squirming?
Oh my goodness. I was not wrong.
There we are, all finished. A perfect fit if I do say so myself. I'll be honest, I know nothing of fashion, let alone fashion or the theories. But I'd wager no one down there has ever worn anything like this fine ensemble. Perhaps you could start a new trend.
Oh dear.
Oh, would you look at that? Speechless! And there I thought you may not like it. If you've a mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige.
You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You'll change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Click to your map for the garment change area of effect. Speak with the restless Loperitt to restore or prolong the garment change. Okay, just as long as I don't leave this section. Can I mount up while this is on? Okay, good. I want to see the buff name for this. Dressed for the occasion. Yep, definitely dressed for something. Really? All right, fine. Nothing else, I get to enjoy the music a little more. Why everyone's so salty? Seriously, Nameway, you guys gotta fix these things.
No one said you'd be coming. How can I help you? You wish to try my clothes? Really? Oh, of course, it would be my honor. Do you have anything in mind?
Got anything with a little more flair? I'm looking for clothes with an altogether different design, please.
I think I could handle that. Let's see. Flair. Oh, this should do.
Dare I ask what this is gonna look like? Am I gonna be in one of their outfits? Oh. Ooh. This is odd.
Some of my best work yet. You're a strange one, aren't you? I honestly wasn't sure what to do when you didn't ask for anything specific. I take my work seriously, however, and am never one to disappoint. That ensemble is a blend of concepts from myriad professions, all-purpose attire for the modern man of Aetherius. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Won't you go and show Living Ray? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with.
You must continue wearing these garments. Why? These keep getting worse. Oh, I know several weavers back on Eorzea are gonna have a heart attack if they see me looking like this.
My, don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. Shh, you needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and we Loporitts in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same having sampled our creations.
Oh dear. I'm about to crack up here. I can imagine what these three look. We all look freaking ridiculous. Sorry to have kept you waiting.
They insisted we sample all of their concepts ere we returned.
Verily, 'tis an ensemble most becoming. Of course, Orange likes it. Can't keep a straight face. I think it's past time you returned these clothes, please.
Oh, I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that, in his time, everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern tastes by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but...
Do you see any of us wearing Okay, Orange maybe, but...
Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Aetherius, they will most certainly have need of your attire. It is clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes, even if it is not, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. Oh, I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit, when you'd be better off on your own.
There are some who might agree. People who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well? Of course not.
Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Heidelind's love for Aetherius, and the salvation of the people on that star, and that star alone, has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all.
I suppose you're right. But Rin...
Living Ray, might we have leave to explore Best Race burrows unattended? You have given us much to think about. Why, certainly! Until later, then.
Huh? Little time to go wandering and poking our noses where we shouldn't, huh? If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer.
Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we?
Am I gonna follow Eorzea and Living Way, or am I gonna go off on my own?
Eh?
Or am I being stalked by a little one? I'm being stalked. What do you want?
My apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Aetherius, and they wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Aetherius refuse to come? What if we can't save them? Oh, it's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait, you still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you soon.
Growing Way. Alright, let's go find us the living domiciles. Is this interactable? Doesn't seem to be.
Oh, you're here! You're really here! Thank you! Thank you so much, I'm sorry, what should I call you?
I'm Dekumon, aka the Warrior of Light.
Dekumon Tia, eh? Crikey, even your names are amazing! Well, Dekumon, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready.
Sure, let's go. Residential area.
Ready in the teleporter.
Oh my god! Well, I apologize wholeheartedly. I got the completely wrong voice for poor little Growing Way. But residential area, I wonder if there's gonna be housing on Mare Elementorium. Be a heck of a place to build a house. Oh shit. That's not good.
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Oh no. Where did I get sent then? Am I back at the entrance?
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
And suddenly I stumble on Eorzea being accosted by Loporitts.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
Oh dear.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting.
I think it's more the fact that they find the whole thing wanting. Like, wanting a need for this. I'd rather be saving Eorzea than just running.
If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Aetherius are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand?
Well, we tried, but they weren't really fond of us at the point.
Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
And maybe send you guys some clear-ass instructions this time, instead of just a pile of books.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too.
That he is. That he is.
You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
And this is where Eorzea is about to realize it's the Charlians they've been collaborating with, right? Come on. She even said the greater wood.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Mm-hmm.
Come again?
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up.
Good Lord, Growing Way. Nice
It's a bit
breaks.
of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Don't worry about it. Of course, now they realize I was listening in on them, and yep, off they go. I missed the final, most important part when Eorzea said what he was gonna say. Dagnabbit, Growing Way, you made me miss the most important part.
Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it though. You really would have liked it.
Yeah, probably would have. You can now travel between the upper and lower floors of Bestway's Burrow by the teleporter. Thank goodness. It's a frickin' walk. All's Vale that ends Vale.
It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Aetherius wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hope at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation.
Yeah, most of them are probably gonna be that way anyway.
The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had a look around the Curatorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at the east end of the Burrow. Follow me.
The east end? Good thing you can't die to fall damage.
Oh good, you're here. Through this door is Greatest Endsvale. It was named as such because it's the Vale to end all Vales, the most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understand that the people of Aetherius enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain? This way.
You have a forest in here? Well, I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised considering Labyrinthos. I'm not seeing much in the way of what I would consider a forest. This place looks very unnatural, if anything else. And I see more monsters down there. 82 to the north, eh? There you are. That puts us, I think, what, halfway through the ether currents now? Yeah, halfway. It should be number 5. And number 6 is southeast. It might actually be in this zone as well. Well, the fountain's not bad, but apparently if I get into the fountain, the cleaners will try to murder me.
So, what did you think of our forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime?
I couldn't see the forest or the trees. I didn't see any. Wait, I don't mean those crystals out there are. It is as transcendent as burying your face in a chocobo's plumage and taking a good long whiff. Oh, sorry guys. I'm gonna have to disparage this one.
Oh, why you are. Our forest is made of crystals and constructs, dotting the landscape as far as the eye can see. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as that you'd find in a forest on Aetherius. The fountain here behind us, powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do with a stretch yourself.
I suppose I could do a nice big stretch near Growing Way. Stretch. I have to find it first. There we are. Stretch! There we go. Look at that, I haven't made noise.
Oh, that's the spirit! I feel more relaxed simply watching you. A sight with many years spent building this place. If it's not too much to ask, it's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through this forest with someone from Aetherius. Could we maybe...
Aww. Fine.
Oh, you will? Oh, be still, my quivering whiskers.
Aw, Growing Way is now accompanying you. I feel so bad. He doesn't deserve having me shoot everything down here. Oh, but man, it's not really a forest. It's like, I don't know, it's like a Minecraft forest if everything was made out of metal. All right, I do want to do the optional conversation here first. Ask if you can taste the rainbow crystal thing.
Oh, what? No! I'm not sure what it is you do with crystals on Aetherius, but we don't eat them. And certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water. We use crystals like these to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Heidelin's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Aetherius. A conjuring of fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them, for example. Put simply, the etheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface is mostly barren. Of course, this was all necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiac in check.
Never really thought of it that way. The whole point the moon is barren is because you needed the energies of stasis in order to keep the energies of change that were Zodiac in check. Huh. I actually like that theory.
I was thinking, Dekumon, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little bit about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiac, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Heidelin gave us our first task: furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Heidelin shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. But anyway, let's keep going.
Oh, okay. I suppose I jumped ahead and went to that conversation piece a little earlier than I theoretically needed to. For here?
This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And then there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, and the bizarre red satellite was sent up from Aetherius. The Elegance mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiac. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst.
Oh, they got spooked by Dalamud.
I can't tell you how relieved we were when Heidelin informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming that day.
Oh, I imagine there was, although I can also tell you there wasn't as much joyous humming downstairs. No siree.
Say, did you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that they're massive crystals and not trees.
Really?
A give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the Great Expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather, close approximation of it.
Huh. Sunlight without the UV rays.
Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is the greatest.
Not far. 100 to the southeast, eh? Let's go grab that. Ah, it was over here by the fountain. Hey, Growing Way, did you guys notice this thing here?
No, honestly, I have no idea what this thing is or what it's supposed to be doing.
Well, it's mine now.
There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh, right. The propulsion systems and habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Aetherius. Why not go and visit Aetherius yourself, you might ask? It was strictly forbidden. While our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Heidelin. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to find people on Aetherius we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as well as it did.
We keep dancing around the whole people on, Aetherius helping out these little rascals. And it's clear it's the Charlians. Like, it is straight up clear it's the Charlians. I'm just annoyed we keep dancing around it.
With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited, hopeful Heidelin would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and through her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am.
Aww.
Oh, I knew you would like the greatest Endsvale. I just knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I knew it was just a walk through the forest, but it does mean a lot to me.
Oh, hey, Stola. Thancred.
There you are.
I take it you've already received the Grand Tour. A shame we missed it.
Going May, I've been looking all over for you. Is this about the teleporter to the residential area? Oh, no, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there, but if you insist. We won't be away long, and you are all more than welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Now, come along, Growing Way. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import?
I think I did. Can we please put 2 and 2 together to make 4? They've spent 12,000 years preparing for this. With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness. But still, it remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they're possessed of the world's most charming personalities, or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. And we all know how charming the Charlians are.
Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly.
Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There is another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Oh, of course. We can accompany you if you like. Nay, that will not be necessary. If you'll excuse me. Back to the planet. I assume that's where he's going, at least. This has been rather interesting.
It is clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparations for the evacuation of Aetherius is indeed crucial, but I'm not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections, and I trust I am not alone in my reticence.
You are not. I definitely do not want to have to abandon everyone, especially everyone on Noverond. They don't deserve that after everything we went through in Shadowbringers. Back to old tricks, oh dear. Did Eorzea seem strange to you? More so than usual, I mean. I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Would you go and see if he's alright? Ishtul and I will remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him. Maybe. Where'd he get off to? He's still back in the center zone. Where is he? Did he already leave? Oh, no, leaving. Where's he going? Eorzea appears to be heading towards the entrance to Bestway's Burrow. I doubt Puppo's gonna take him back. So is what, just gonna walk on the moon's surface for a while? Eorzea ventures off into Mare Lamentorium for reasons unknown. You must tread carefully, else he might sense your presence. Oh, we're gonna go stealth mode. Yep, here we go again. We're stealthing Eorzea. Seriously. And there are not a lot of good places to hide. This is gonna end very unpleasantly, may I imagine. Behind the rock. Wait for Eorzea to do his inevitable turnaround. Yep. Why are you being so secretive, buddy? What's going on here? Don't get too close. Just give him a chance to get up here. Not getting seen. Oh, fudge, he's sprinting. Eorzea sprinting? What's going on, buddy? Is he planning? Oh, fudge. Woo! Too close. Much too close. Oh, you little rat. I will chocobo my way up here. You're not getting away from me, Eorzea. Shit, he got away from me. Where'd he go? Oh, okay. What's he doing up here?
Thine arrival is timely as ever.
Bugger, he knew.
Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume?
Most of it. I missed the last little bit. Thank you, Growing Way.
'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity. And Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life. I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Minfilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain, brokered by my hand, were the Scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine, her beloved daughter.
Now let's put it this way. If you hadn't, things would have been much worse. Not to mention, Minfilia was definitely willing to make that sacrifice.
Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives. Ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbringer, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians.
Dude, you can't beat yourself up over her.
In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today. Selfish wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amorot was a tragedy beyond reckoning. One which must never again come to pass.
Yeah, but how do we stop it?
Thus must we struggle. Haunted by ghosts of those we have lost. Clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
I don't know, man. Sometimes there's no right answer. Have faith in yourself and your decisions. Take heart, protect well those you can. Would that we had time to weigh the costs, yeah. No. This is the one. Sometimes there is no right answer. Sometimes all the answers suck.
I am not alone in my discomfort, then?
Definitely not.
'Tis surprising. Though perhaps not. We Scions are wont to debate strategy at length, but are resolute and unwavering in execution. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly.
Yeah, I think it was back in the Realm Reborn.
I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts. As for the Loporitts' proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond.
Oh, he hasn't answered yet. Okay.
'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed.
Very true.
But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
Aww, we're being watched.
What are they saying? Curse these ears and had bugger all. No matter. We've got our plans.
Should I be concerned? I feel like I should be concerned. Those little rabbits are up to something, Eorzea. In truth, my reason for traveling hither was to effect a plan of mine own. a plan which may pave a way forward for us all. May, I say, for there is no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone, that failure, should it come, would be mine to bear alone. Yet thou standest before me with proffered hand and opened heart. 'Twould be remiss of me to refuse thy amity, and so I ask, wouldst thou join in mine endeavor? Yeah, I suppose I should. But we're gonna have to leave that for another day. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean adventures. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.